Have you ever wondered why the more you accumulate, the more restless you become? Why each new possession seems to lose its luster almost as soon as it enters your hands? In a world engineered to distract you, to entice you with endless options, upgrades, and pleasures, you've been led to believe that fulfillment lies in accumulation. But here's the quiet truth they won't tell you. The richest life is not the one that overflows, but the one that knows when enough is enough. The real wealth, the unshakable kind, is born in sufficiency. You chase after abundance thinking it will bring security, but what if the very chase is the trap? Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "Receive without pride, let go without attachment." You, too, must learn to let go, not because life demands it, but because your soul is suffocating beneath the weight of excess. You fill your calendar until time becomes a blur, your home until peace becomes impossible, your mind until clarity evaporates into static. Minimalism isn't about white walls or throwing out your stuff. It's a rebellion against the lie that you need more to be whole. It's about choosing what truly serves you and shedding what doesn't, not someday now. Picture your life stripped of non-essential noise. What remains, what matters. When you reduce your life to what is essential, something extraordinary happens. Your attention sharpens, your values crystallize, your presence deepens. You no longer live to impress, to compete, to hoard. You live to align, to feel, to experience fully. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." So long as you crave what you don't need, you are a slave to illusion. You scroll past images of curated lives and feel behind. You say yes to obligations that drain you because you fear disappointing others. You buy things you can't afford to soothe a self you haven't listened to. The cage isn't physical, it's internal, and only you hold the key. Minimalism is not subtraction for the sake of lack, it's subtraction for the sake of clarity. To live minimally is to decide, my time is mine, my space is sacred, my mind is not a landfill. You begin with the tangible clear, the closet, the inbox, the shelf. You feel the strange lightness that follows the kind that money can't buy. But then comes the real work, clearing your expectations, your addictions to praise, your obsession with outcomes. You stop measuring your worth by how busy you are or how much you own. You start measuring it by how peaceful you feel when you're alone. Epictetus taught that freedom comes not from satisfying every desire, but from mastering it. If you can look at the temptation to consume, whether it's a product, a relationship, or an identity, and say, "I don't need that to be whole," you have arrived at power. The marketplace will never stop shouting. But you don't have to answer. You were not born to be a consumer. You were born to be a creator, a guardian of your own attention. Simplify your meals, your to-do lists, your ambitions. Let your days breathe. Make room for silence. Reclaim your mornings from screens. Trade clutter for clarity. Trade urgency for intentionality. Each time you say no to what is excessive, you say yes to what is essential. And in that yes lies a deeper richness than any luxury could offer. William Irvine called this the art of wanting what you already have. Not settling but savoring, not shrinking but sharpening. Imagine waking up not with dread or haste, but with space. Space to think, to move, to notice the light falling through the window. Imagine needing less, not because you've given up, but because you've woken up. You've remembered what matters, and now you protect it like treasure. This is wealth, not overflowing shelves, but an overflowing heart. Not noise, but harmony. Not more, but enough. The Stoics knew that the truly free person is not the one who has everything, but the one who can walk away from anything. Can you? Can you let go of your dependency on status symbols, instant validation, and unearned comfort? Can you resist the world's demand that you always want more? Because if you can, you will walk lighter. You will walk freer. You will begin to see that minimalism is not deprivation, it's devotion. Devotion to what is real, what is lasting, what cannot be bought or sold. The weight you carry isn't necessary. The desires you chase aren't yours. The pace you live at isn't sustainable. So strip it back, bit by bit, layer by layer, until your life is your own. Until peace is no longer an escape, but a habit. Until wealth is not something you pursue, but something you feel, deep in your bones, every time you realize that right now, in this very moment, you already have enough.